It's that time again. It's the Burky and the Badger Board Game Babble Show. It's going to get wild. It's going to get wacky. It might even get a little zany. We're going to talk about board games and the board game industry. And, you know, we might talk about anything else we want to talk about.
Hey! That was the worst lip sync I've ever done in my whole life. Hey, this is episode 16. Holy crap! Holy crap!
Oh, it's gone really quickly, hasn't it?
We're moving right in there. Well, yes, I'm with my good friend Badger, better known as Barry Craps a Lot.
And my friend over there, Burky, better known as Kevin Can't Stop Dancing a Lot.
Oh yeah, I'm a dancer. Oh yeah, baby, I'm a dancer.
Hello, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is live, and obviously if you're listening to a podcast version and it's not live, we are actually probably dead. But anywho, you're listening to us anyhow, and that makes us feel great.
Fantastic. The Burky and Badger Board Game Babble Show is live. So excited. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in this show. We titled the show, Holy Crap. And our theme, it has some things from Everybody Loves Raymond. You're going to see that in our good, the not so bad, and the ugly segment, which is going to be a lot of fun. But we've got a few things to talk about first. One big bit of news we are so excited about is that the Burky and Badger Board Game Babble Show is now live on iTunes. Woohoo! So now we are a worldwide phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Only, yeah. Do, 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 do. Phenomenon. Do, do, do,
Phenomenon.
But only if you can find us. It's like a needle in a haystack. But we will be there.
We are there, and that, well, that's a good segue there, Barry. You're so brilliant.
Am I?
We need some help getting exposure to our show. So if you could help us out by going to iTunes and giving us a little bit of love and rating, that would be way cool, because we'd love to be able to interact with more people and people can hear about our show. You can also see us at boardgametheater.com, where you can download the episodes, and the Burky and Badger Facebook page.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Facebook, Burky and Badger. And there's one other thing that you can do, is you can go to the Board Game Guild at Board Game Geek, and our guild is number 2248. So we'd love to have you interact with that. We're going to have a whole bunch of contests. I got super exciting stuff coming up on that deal, and people are going to be able to interact. We're going to get you to help us with even naming some of our episodes. So we're really excited about kind of just moving right into this. We're at episode 16. It's taken us a while to find our groove, but it's starting to happen, and we're pumped up about it.
Oh yes, we found our groove, and it's a wicked. I'll put some
my
sound
groove
effect
is
on you.
my groove is kind of a polka groove, you know, polka polka polka, Shimaleski fun time. You know.
I tell you what, we've moved on from Nacho Libre. You know that.
Oh,
there was a time when you would rip your blouse all the time, but now you don't.
I ripped my blouse. Yeah, you remember that time when they were in my glory and they were calling out my name, and then I ripped my blouse?
You know what? Interesting fact for you all right? I found out the other day that Nacho Libre was actually based on a real father who actually did wrestling secretly and then got found out when he had to fight the champion of Mexican wrestling. Did you know that?
I just know that now. I never knew that. That's crazy, really. That's one of my favorite comedy shows. I'll have to ask you. We'll do a little question thing when we talk a little later about favorite things. But I do have a favorite comedy movie, and Nacho Libre is number 2. So that's the first clue of that whole deal. But anyway, we'll come back to that. So we're going to move right into basically some things that make us go, the news segment.
Oh yeah, we give you the news in this segment. You know, I could put this on a loop and we could just
walk off and go and make coffee if you like.
I got coffee.
I drank mine. This makes interesting YouTube viewing.
You didn't know I had all those moves, did you?
You can't stop dancing. You make me feel like dancing.
Oh.
Okay. So, what has been making you go, apart from the new shoes which slide smoothly across the dance floor?
Oh, well, something actually is making me go, I don't know if this is great big news, but for those of you that love Baseball Highlights 2045 by Mike Fitzgerald and Eagle Griffin Games, it has just come out on iOS. And this is one of my games that I just love. This game, been playing a lot of it. Suzanne Sheldon from Board Game Apps and some Kickstarter things on the Dice Tower Network and Board Game Breakfast Show. She actually alerted me to this fact. I've been anxiously awaiting it, and so I've been playing quite a bit of it. It's been fantastic. It's kind of a simplistic solo play, but with the exception of it being the base game and a solo play, I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I think it's kind of an interesting, I'm pretty sure they'll be adding expansions to it. Hopefully they'll be adding some interactivity so you can play against other people. I don't really know what the plans are there, but for a first impression, pretty cool. You might want to check it out. Baseball Highlights 2045 on iOS.
Does sound interesting. There's a lot of good games coming out on iOS at the moment, which is making me want to get some.
Yeah. Do you have an iPad?
No.
So you need to get an iPad first.
Yeah, or some kind of device like that.
Yeah, exactly. So what's been making you go, Barry?
Well, probably someone you know, Mr. Scott Morris, was promoted.
Scotty Morris.
Yeah, speed me up. Yes, he's been promoted from. I haven't got my facts here. I'm gonna have to apologise.
He's been giving it all he's got. Well, yes. He was from Arcane Wonders. Yes.
Yes, and he is moving up in the world. He has jumped ship, and well, he hasn't jumped ship, but I'd like to congratulate him because he doesn't just work for Arcane Wonders and produce games, but he also is a board game reviewer, has his own YouTube channel, and he's got a beard.
He does have a slight goatee, yes.
Yes, he's compensating for what he hasn't got on top. But I'd like to congratulate him on his new job. He is moving places. Where has he moved to, Kevin? Because I haven't written it down.
He moved to Passport Game Studios. He became actually the president.
Yes, he moved on quite well there. He jumped many steps, and I congratulate him. And fingers crossed that this is the start of a new something or other in the gaming industry.
Yeah, I think a lot of Scott, and he's really done a fantastic job. I think while he's working with Arcane Wonders and really helped bring Sheriff of Nottingham to the forefront. And he has a great personality. A lot of people just love him, and including myself. And he's all over in the board game places. You're always seeing him. He's got a lot of connectivity as Crits Happen, his website. And I wish him all the best too. And I think Passport Studios is a company that is kind of on the move. They've been doing a lot of fantastic things. And I've enjoyed many of their games, but I was surprised to see how large of a lineup they are. So they're really up and coming. And I think they're stepping into a larger arena too. And I think Scott will be a great asset to them.
Definitely, definitely. The other thing that's been making me go is on Kickstarter. And that yes, it's The Pursuit of Happiness, which is a game that I should have walked away with at S&B because I played it, I fell in love with it, and as I was leaving on the last day, I saw it there and I thought, should I get it? And then I thought my wallet, and I thought, I'd best off just saving my money for now. I wanted to pick it up, but now I have that chance to pick it up because it's on Kickstarter now. Very, very enjoyable worker placement game. I think it's one that will go down well with you because you like worker placement like I do. It's kind of Stone Age, but you're living your life.
Ah, yeah. I heard the Blue Peg, Pink Peg podcast talking about it, and Jeremy was making a lot of comments about it, real favorable, and it sounds really good. So I think you're right. I think that's something I might be interested in. And another thing going along, being we're in that Kickstarter vein, there's only 8 days left, but we at Board Game Theater, we just did Tiny Epic Western as one of our episodes. Had some epic, tiny epic duels and super fun interaction on our episodes. We had a lot of fun filming it, but had just such a pleasure working with Michael Coe and Nathan Hatfield and the crew at Gamelin Games. And they just, I mean, Jamie Stegmaier, I think, is known as one of the best Kickstarter guys out there. They just do such a good job, and Tasting Minstrel does good job. There's others that do really fantastic, but Michael Coe, they really do a great job with their Kickstarters. It's raised already $340,000, almost 11,000 backers. Wow. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. This is a $20 game, and I love this game. I really do, and so it's. I don't know. I'm really excited for them. There's only 8 days left. And so if you haven't had a chance to check out our video or check out their Kickstarter, I'd highly recommend that. But one other thing along with that is we're doing a giveaway. And the Burky and Badger Board Game Babble show is included in the giveaway. So basically,
they're giving us away.
Yes, they are.
Oh, no.
Because nobody would pay. At least not very much.
No.
So basically, but I did hear a rumor that Asmodee is looking at us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby.
Are they?
Yeah, but yes, they are. But it's Asmodee North America, so you'll be out.
Oh.
Unless you move over here.
Yeah.
No, we could get you over here. We'll work it in the deal. Okay. So
you need a long bungee.
Oh yes. So anyhow, this giveaway is that we have 3 prizes actually on it. You can go to the boardgametheater.com webpage or to Board Game Theater or the Burky and Badger Facebook page, and you will see the contest there. And you can go in and get up to 5 entries, and you can win your own tiny epic game with play mats and all that kind of stuff. So, woohoo! Check it out.
Cool stuff.
And with that, is there anything else that's making you go, Barry?
No, not in particular. Nothing interesting.
Well, then you know what time it is.
Yes.
It's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The not so bad. Wait for it. And the
ugly. Yes, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is our section where we talk about games that we've played recently, which are first impressions, and then we give you our rating system, which is good, bad, or ugly. Good are games. Let me get a picture up right now. Good games, we give a good rating. These are games that we really enjoyed and we'd really like to come back with. And as you know, our theme is holy crap. So there's Frank Barone.
From Everybody Loves Raymond. I mean, look what he says there. He says, I could have eaten a box of alphabets and crapped a better interview. He must be watching us, Barry.
Yeah, he must be watching us. So, yeah, a good game is a game that we played once, we really enjoyed, and we would love to go back to it. Whereas a not so bad game is a game that we played and thought, yeah, it was okay. I may play it again if it comes across my nose, or I might not play it if I don't, a game that would, if it went under your radar, you wouldn't even bother going back for a second helping. And there we have Raymond and his brother,
Robert.
Yeah. Sergeant Robert Barone.
Robert Barone.
And Raymond's telling him, I told you Twilight Struggle is number 2, and we have a new number 1. Oh, no.
Oh, no. My nose is so big.
Idiot.
Holy crap.
Oh, dearie me, what are we going to do? And an ugly game. As you see, Frank's at the Christmas table with the turkey made of tofu.
Oh.
And he's saying, Kevin, what's he saying, Kevin?
He says, holy crap. You expect me to eat this? I'd rather play Monopoly.
Yeah. And an ugly game is a game where we've played it. We wish that it was stuffed into a turkey, put in an oven, and someone else eat it kind of game. So that's our rating system.
This is so funny, Barry, because we had picked out this theme, and the other day I go and I sit down, and sure enough, on TV Land, Everybody Loves Raymond's on. I click on turn on the episode, and I'm watching this show, and it's the episode where they're playing that game, and it's the game that they were playing was Scruples. And so Robert was trying to explain the rules, and they're all kind of complaining about even having to play because the cable had went out or whatever. And then he barely starts reading, and Frank Brown goes, "Just play the game. Just play the game." Well, I need to explain. Just play the game. What's the matter with you? So funny.
Oh yeah, definitely. I need to start watching them all again. Oh.
Yeah, I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Well, the first game that I've been playing, why don't you go first? You've got 3 of them.
I've got 3 of them, and I've got a screensaver saved here, so what you can see what I've been playing. Here we go. I've been playing in a Dread Ball tournament with some guys around this area, and we play like 1 game a month. And it's going to go on for the year, and it's a futuristic football game. Now, this kind of falls out of the good, bad, and the ugly section a tad, because it's a tournament, and I've got no choice. If I think this game is bad, I've got to play it to the end, because I've got to play all the matches to see what my final score is. So, do you want to know more about the game?
Yeah, is this an online game, or are you playing this physically?
This is a physical game. I haven't got my pieces here. They're over there behind the camera. I've been given 2 teams. I've got a team of Nans, which are dwarfs. I had to think from French. And I've got a team of aliens, which are all strikers. So there's no defenders, there's no middle players, and they're all strikers. And it's a game which is played over 14 rounds, and each round one team has control and does all their actions. They move, they pass, they dodge, they punch, they cheat. And at the end of the match, is the team that has the highest score is the winner. And it's kind of a scoreboard which is tug of war. So it starts in the middle at 0. And if you score, the score goes to your side. If they score, it starts going to their side. And so like the scores constantly bouncing back and forth. And after the 14 rounds, you've got your winner or loser or a draw. So what do you think I think of this game?
Well, I don't really care what you think. I think I like it. That sounds like fun. I don't know if that's your style of game, though, is what's kind of hanging me up here. Gosh, that seems a little confrontational. I'm going to say you're going to say it's not so bad.
I actually think it's good.
It sounds great. Holy crap.
It's like, I don't know if you remember the old computer game for the Commodore 64, which is called Speedball, where it's just like futuristic rugby. There's a film as well, much like that as well. I can't think who it's with, but they're fighting and they're playing like a football with a ball, rugby or American football, and they're beating each other up. I can't think what it's called. But it is that. Technically, it is that. It is a bit frustrating when it's not your turn, and it's a bit frustrating the rolling of the dice because a lot of the whole game is rolling your dice. When you pass the ball, you roll the dice. When you shoot, you roll the dice. When you tackle, you roll the dice. When you punch someone, you roll the dice. When you're punched, you roll the dice to see if you can dodge the punch, and if not, you got to roll the dice to contra it's against your armor and to see if you get injured or killed. It's really, really, really interesting, and it's only interesting when you play against a different team, because each team has a different kind of power or skill. And as I said, I've got some I keep saying Narms, dwarfs, which are quite slow at moving but really powerful at punching. But then I've got these aliens, which are all strikers, so there's no defenders, no blockers, no nothing. And they can run really fast, and they can score really easily, but, you know, you punch them, they're dead.
So it's kind of like a smash up, small world-ish type of grouping of your team.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. No, sorry. I've got two teams, but each time I meet someone to play them, they have two teams as well. So we go, okay, I'm going to play with these first, and then they choose their team. And then we have a match that way, and then we play the second team. So we're like playing two teams each.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I like that.
Yeah, it is quite fun, and luckily I've got to play it to the end of the year now. So
cool.
And that's Dreadball.
Well, I've been playing a little micro game called Matcha. Matcha, and kind of a funny little story about this game. It's by Grail Games. Matcha just has a little small deck of cards. I believe there's 16 cards. It has an Asian theme where you're actually making tea, and and there's these little player boards that you actually are kind of combating to get one of the goods or the number on the card, and each one of these cards are between 1 and 4. And you can get a teaspoon, or you can get the tea leaves. Yeah, there's the pitcher, or you can get the bowl. And it's got these cutesy little bits. It's very small. It fits in a box that's just a little bit smaller than the Grizzled, if you've seen that. And when we were at BGG Con this last year, Dan King, the Game Boy Geek, actually taught us this game. And it's a 2-player game. So he just sat and watched and taught us, and a couple of us played it. And we played it twice and got a pretty good feel of it. Well, when it became available in the States and I picked it up, and I've played it with my daughter and played it with my son a couple times, we actually used it as a game to determine who goes first, or who gets to pick the game that we're going to play. So that was kind of fun. We used it as a little tiebreaker type of thing, or who gets to choose the games. So what do you think I think about Matcha?
It's a small game. It's quick, and you use it to decide who goes first or who picks games. I think you like it.
You can play it in about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, I think you like it.
Yeah. Well, you kind of know me a little bit, that I just don't have all that many games that I hate, because I get rid of them if I did. But you're right. It's good. I could have crapped a better review than that.
Here's a review about a game where I'm making tea.
Well, thematically, the artwork in this game, I just think it's beautiful. It's just really cool looking. The play is really quick back and forth. It's really easy to teach. It's just fun. I wouldn't say it's the top game of the year or anything like that, but for what it is, I got it on Cool Stuff Inc. for only $10. I think it's a $16.99 retail. It's portable. Take it with you. It's a game that I'll be able to play with my daughter and wife. They'll enjoy that when we just have a few moments, that kind of thing. So for that category, I really do think it was really good.
Okay. That's really interesting that you play a game to decide what game you're going to play and who's going to be the start player. I mean, other people would use a start player app, or maybe even Ted Sparks Bezier Games' start player.
Yeah. Well, we do that for like start player. We'll usually do something random, but a lot of times when we get together on Saturdays, there's so many games that we want to play. I tend to like to play some new games because I've got a big shelf of shame that I'm dealing with. Josiah would prefer playing maybe games that we already know, and so we kind of do this back and forth. What game are we going to play? And this allows us, the winner gets to choose the one they play, and then the next person the other person would go next.
Yeah.
And so we each get a choice, but which game we play first is kind of the way that works.
Yeah, that'd be a shame if like one of you actually had like a really good winning strategy, because then the other person has like chance.
Yeah, then we just switch the game.
Ah, okay.
So what else have you been playing there?
I got this review copy of the Pied Piper, which is coming out at the end of February from Purple Brain Games, and as you can see, yellow. It's one of the book series, the Tales and Games series. So it looks like a book, and if you're watching this live video, you can actually see me holding this three-dimensional book up. If you're listening to the podcast, okay.
Being you said that, just to interrupt for a second, being you said that, this is also a video that you just did on last week's Board Game Breakfast show. And you're fresh from France video, so you can actually see a video of you showing the game. By the way, you did a fantastic job about that. So now I'm a little bit familiar with it, but go ahead and keep describing.
Okay, yeah, it's a fun family game where it's kind of push your luck and take that. You have, each player has a house, and they're trying not to get the house infested with rats. And there's rats scattered all around in between each player. And on your turn, you'll be playing 2 cards onto some character cards in the middle. And when one of these character cards gets 2 cards played on them, they activate and they do actions like they move through your house. If they move through your house, your infestation goes up. If they move through someone else's house, their infestation goes up. If there's a melody and they move, all the characters, all the rats that are with them will go through their house. So your infestation goes up either 2, 3, depending on how many rats there are with you. Of course, there's the Pied Piper. And when the Pied Piper goes through your house, your rat infestation drops down a level. And you're trying to keep your house uninfested by playing characters, playing action cards on these characters and making these characters go through other people's houses and under your house and get the Pied Piper through your house as well. And it plays pretty quickly. It plays for 5 players. Has some really nice components. These real nice rats with tails.
Rats.
So,
you dirty rat.
No, it's very simple to learn and play. What do you think I think of that?
Well, I think you think it's good. When I saw how enthusiastically you did the video, I thought, well, not only does it look fun, it looked like you were having a lot of fun with it. So I could see you playing this probably with your daughter and your wife too. So I got a feeling you think it's good.
Yeah, I do think it's good, he says, not pushing the graphic. It is a really good game. It's one of those.
There it is.
Just, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
One of those really fun kind of like games, and for me it's like Uno. You know, it has that feel, but there is this little player elimination. If players get eliminated, their house gets infested. They have to sit out, but you don't have to sit out for long because the game just zooms along. As I said, it's very much take that, and it's very much luck as well. The draw, what cards you get, but there's always a way of, preventing your house from being infested. It's like trying to psych out the other players and what they're going to do and what cards they're going to play. So very enjoyable, fun family game, the Pied Piper.
The Pied Piper, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Well, I've been playing another game that I actually kickstarted. I don't kickstart that many games, so when I do, it's kind of a thing for me. But this is a game by Tasty Minstrel Games.
Yeah.
It's Orleans. You can see how thick the deluxe version is. Obviously, you guys know I like to beautify my games. So getting a Kickstarter version that has the big wooden disc that took me like 3 hours to put the stickers on. I had to even call a buddy, Sean, at the Dukes of Dice because I'm stupid, and to help me get through how to put these stickers on, because there's a 5-player version that comes with the deluxe, and they don't explain that great in how to put these stickers on, so it was a little confusing, and I knew he had figured it out. Anyhow, the game basically is what is classified as a bag building type of game, which means it has a mechanism that's like deck building, except you've got these little tiles that are different characters. There's your boatsmen and your farmers and your knights, and you can get monks and scholars and traders and things like that. And you're filling out things on your board to get additional ones that will move you up in different areas on the board. The scholars will help move you up on the knowledge track, which at the end will equate to additional points that are multiplied depending on how many citizens you acquire and how many trading posts you build on the board. And you have to travel on this board to drop these trading posts. So you have a spot that's called a guild hall on your tableau, and you have to have 3 of these characters that you pull from your bag to fill that. And if you do that, then you can leave a trading post on the map. But you have to travel from city to city, and only in Orleans is the only place that you can have multiple trading posts. So you're picking up goods that are worth different points at the end of the game. Monks are wild, and you get guys to do that. And you can pick up knights. The more knights that you get, the more characters you can pull out of your bag. You can also get rid of characters from your bag by going to, I think it's, I'm probably saying this wrong, I think it's called the town hall, but it's another board where you get victory points and things of that nature, plus a possibility of getting citizens if you do it right. That at the end of the game becomes a very interesting race, if you will. And that's in a nutshell Orleans by Tasty Minstrel Games. How do you think I feel about that?
Okay. I swear I've heard you talk about this game before, and I think you like it because it is a kind of deck builder, but it's not deck that you're building; it's a bag that you're building, which is bizarre. But anywho, yeah, I think that you think this game is good, and if it is good, I'm gonna say, holy crap!
There it is.
Wow.
What does that look like?
That looks like a holy crap.
Holy crap! This is an awesome game!
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's 4 games that we've done, and all of them were good.
Well, I think I might have talked to it last year when I first played it, was with Sean Ramirez from the Dukes of Dice, and he read through this rule set in like 15 minutes and taught us the game, and we had such a great time. It was one of the focal games that they had set up. That everybody could, kind of the hot game room table, whatever. But we just had so much fun with it. But then I was anxiously awaiting the Kickstarter version, which is really an upgraded, tricked out thing. And the components in this thing are like awesome. I mean, this box like weighs 75 pounds. You can choke a mule with it. You can knock out rabbits with it. I don't know what you do. It's just this big, heavy, a bunch of stuff. And this is one of the first games that well, maybe not first isn't the right word, but one of the games that our gaming group, everybody loved. Generally, we'll have a couple of us who really like it, or one that really likes it, and others are okay. But to get all 4 of us, so it's usually 4 of us that play every Tuesday night, to all say this is awesome. I mean, and we've done it several times. And every time, and we had a couple new people come into the group, I tell you, this is a fantastic game.
It wasn't a mixed bag of responses. It was actually everyone good.
I see what you did there. Hey, well, and speaking of components, these are like velvet bags, but they're cool because you can actually get your hand in there and grab the stuff, and it's easy the way it works. The game moves quickly. I mean, this is a heavy, tons of different choices to make. I mean, I wouldn't call it a heavy game, but there's tons of strategies, tons of it's easy to learn, but I mean, there's so much to do, but you're always focused on what you're doing. You look a little bit at what the other people are doing, but I mean, it with 4 or 5 players, the thing just moves. It's not overly AP. Good grief! This is by far my favorite tasty minstrel game.
Cool.
You almost said shut the door, didn't you?
I was going to say something a bit more ruder than that.
Well, Orleans, some tasty minstrel games. Highly recommend. If you can find the deluxe version, which you might have a hard time getting that, it's, in my opinion, really worth it. I'm just thrilled I backed it.
Cool. Brilliant stuff. Right, I was going to talk about my third game, but I'm thinking about maybe saving that for our next show, because our guest on our next show has something to do with this game. So,
oh, good.
Yeah, I'll save that for when they're on, and then I can like lay into them and call them every name under the sun.
It's a good move, because we have, when we're going to do a little fun thing here with our what game is behind the door, kind of a knockoff of that, where you're going to ask me some questions about what is been my most what is my favorite TV show series that we are watching right now. But then we're going to get into the Babble in a few moments too, and it's titled "Holy Crap" because we're going to talk about some things there that's going to take some time, and we'll just go on with our little game show here first, though.
Yeah, game show.
What game is behind the door? Oh, Monty Hall. You pick door number 1 or door number 2?
Or door number basement.
It's a new car.
It's a house behind the door. Oh no.
You
drove your car to my house. Ah.
Okay, so this is the deal, Barry. You're going to ask me 5 questions about what is my favorite TV series that I'm currently watching.
Okay, right. This is going to be interesting because I'm not prepared for this. So I'm going to say
let me ask you a question first. Are you watching some of the programming, our primetime programming in the United States, in France?
Some programs get through, and I see the trailers for them and things like that. But I don't sit down and watch a lot of TV here.
Okay, well, this might be a little bit challenging, so we'll see how it goes.
I would guess. I know some series. I watch a lot of YouTube videos every now and again, and they're always going like, "Oh, this series is coming out, and that series is coming out." So obviously, I have my favorites as well. So I'm going to start with: is this series in the realm of fantasy or science fiction?
No.
Okay. I'm screwed. that rules out all the superhero ones like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Flash.
Marvel. Yeah.
And then it rules out everything that I like in sci-fi. So, okay. Is it a cop show?
I would say that it has
detective
law enforcement elements to it, strong law enforcement elements.
Okay. Is it set in the current times?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 3. Get 2 more left.
Yeah. I need some help here in board games. Ali, come on, someone on Twitter. There's our Twitter address on the bottom. Someone Twitter me. Give me some clues.
Twit, Burky and Badger. Twit it. You don't say twit it. You say tweet it. So stop saying twit it.
Oh, what a twit I am.
Twit.
Okay, tweet.
Dead
space. Let's edit this out in the audio pod. Okay. Jeez, it's got some. I seriously have not got a clue. If it was been sci-fi, I would have had a chance. But Are there making a murder? What's that?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I'll give you a clue.
Go on.
There's a famous actor in it.
There is a famous actor in it. Okay.
Well, he's famous now.
Okay. Oh, I think I know what it is. Is it Sherlock?
No.
Okay.
No, indubitably no.
Yeah, because I was just thinking Cumberbatch was kind of, but not really famous, but now he's like everywhere. You know, he's in every film.
Star Trek.
Yeah. Doctor Strange.
One more.
Okay.
This is a prime time show. Oh gosh, I think it's on NBC, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I could cheat, but I'm not going to. Is this show based? Is it around the CSI series?
No, but kind of has that feel. I think it's one of the top shows, top rated shows right now in America. Okay,
I'm going to go with Castle. That's just popped into my head. It's not Castle.
I like that one. No, that's not what it is. You want me to let you know?
Yes, please.
This might be difficult, but it's The Blacklist.
Oh, with Kevin Spacey? Not Kevin Spacey.
No, David Spade.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah. This show is really fantastic. My wife loves it. My son loves it. We usually will watch it together, all of us Sunday nights before he goes back to college each week, and we just love it. It's this FBI show, and the FBI agents are trying to get people, obviously, but David Spade is kind of this guru of the underworld of the whole world. You know, he's connected everywhere, and he has this blacklist of nefarious people that he's helping the FBI catch, and yet he's pretty nefarious himself.
Yes. James Spader, you mean?
James Spader, thank you.
Yes, I've just looked it up, and it is currently showing here in France. So, yes, it doesn't interest me. Sorry.
Oh, it's crazy good, Barry.
Yeah.
Crazy good. Seriously, you should check it out.
Okay.
All right, what have you been watching?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I've been watching something. Okay. As I said, I don't watch a lot of television here in France, so I'm probably watching something a bit older.
Older, okay. So like on Netflix or something like that?
What's that?
Oh, you don't have Netflix over there.
We have Netflix, but we're not subscribed.
Oh, you're not subscribed. Gosh. Okay, is this a cartoon?
No, it's not a cartoon, but there was one episode that was actually animated.
Wow. Is this a comedy?
It's part comedy. It's very funny, but it's not classed as comedy.
Is it a detective type show?
No.
Is it science fiction?
Yes.
Okay, first guess, Doctor Who.
No.
Okay, last guess. Was it before 2000?
Ooh, no, it wasn't.
Okay, so it's more recent than that.
Oh, actually, sorry, I've just checked it on the Internet Movie Database. It started in 1999, so
wow,
it's on the border.
1999. Okay, well, I'm going to say Battlestar Galactica. Nah, that isn't funny. No, scrap it.
Yeah, that's depressing. That is.
I like Battlestar Galactica, but that music is just. Ooh.
Yeah. What do you hear? Nothing but the rain. Bring in the cat. Why? I like the smell of wet cat.
Gosh, I don't know. Firefly.
Ooh, close. It's actually Farscape.
Farscape.
I'm back. Yeah, back into Farscape. Have you heard of Farscape?
I've sure heard of it. I haven't watched it, but
okay. Very, very interesting pulp science fiction, very out there. Produced by the Jim Henson Company. So there's some puppets in it and everything, and some really great stories, and very, very enjoyable for me. It's not my normal type of science fiction, but it just did it in such an elegant, fantastical, in-your-face way. I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved the humor. I loved the stories because they were really out there. And yeah, so I've started watching season 1 again, and now I'm on season 2, and it's great.
Huh, I'll have to check it out. Back in the day, I started watching Babble on 5, and I kind of lost interest, but I've been thinking about it lately. But
yes, you should do, because they're thinking about remaking it this year, doing a reboot
of Babble on 5.
Yes, baby.
It's really expensive to get the DVDs. I've seen the series is out there for a couple $100, and I thought, and they don't have it. I didn't see it on Netflix. So anyway.
Wow. Well, I'm lucky I've got it. So that is Babylon 5 is my favorite TV show ever.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Did our little what TV show is behind the door.
Yeah, and maybe we'll do another one of these. If you can give us a suggestion of what kind of topic we should do it on when we haven't got a guest, then we can post some questions about each other and find out a little bit more about Burky and Badger and what they do and who they really are.
Who we really are. Hey, that'd be great for a thing to put on the Guild or our Facebook page. Just interact with us. Tell us what you'd like to know, because we'd love to interact more with people who are listening. So that'd be a blast.
Beard and Board Games had a guess. He got Blacklist right, but he said Tripping the Rift for my favorite TV show, which is good. I do have Tripping the Rift, but I've got the American version, so it won't play on any of my DVD players here. So
I like that Beards and Board Game guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
he's always there. I'll be there for you, because he's always there.
I just called to say
that was the wrong TV show. You know that.
Oh,
that was Friends. We're doing Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, everybody loves him. Okay, so we're going to move right on to the Babble topic.
It's time for the Babble, 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 Burky and Badger's Board Game Babble.
Cold shiver down my spine when I hear that. Yeah.
It's exciting. Well,
holy crap!
Woohoo! Holy crap!
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Woohoo!
Holy crap!
Yes. Holy crap is our Board Game Babble subject. Why? Well, recently a new game jumped into #1 on Board Game Geek list of board games. Yeah. And it kind of made me go, holy crap. How did that get there?
Yeah.
Did it make you do the same?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. So what I decided to do is go through all the board games in the Board Game Geek list of games in the order of what they are, and see if there's anything else there which makes us go, holy crap, how did that get so high? Or holy crap, why is that so low? Or holy
so we
crap.
ended up looking at the top 300 games. You know, I got something to say.
Go
on. We started talking about this idea, and I thought, yeah, that sounds fun. And so I started researching. I actually did homework. I actually worked. Yeah, I did. And so I'm working really hard. And, you know, there's a saying that I've come to know. I think John Wayne may have coined it. Life, let me see. Oh, life is hard, and it's harder when you're stupid. Well, I started looking up my top 300. I got pretty excited because I started counting how many games I had in the top 300. I started finding out how many games on my shelf of shame I had in the top 300, how many I had in the top 100. Noticing all the games that I didn't have, games that I disagreed with that were in that list, games that I agreed with, started ranking them, started writing them all down. I had all this stuff all formulated. I had spent tons of time figuring it all up. I'm ready for the podcast. I'm finally going to kind of sound smart. And then I find out, guess what? Life is hard, and it's harder when you're stupid. I was looking at the strategic rankings on Board Game Geek.
Dun, dun, dun.
Friggin' Board Game Geek. Hey, I love Board Game Geek. I'm so glad that they do this. I have great respect for it, but sometimes this website just kicks my holy crap.
Yeah. So we're gonna run down the list.
Yeah, we're gonna run down the list, and you might hear some of my strategic game list comments, but that's just me. But I did go back and rework it and do it right, so we're better now.
Okay, we better know. We
We're
better
better
know.
now.
The
We're better
Rippy
now.
Blows. Okay, I'm going to screen share.
Screen share.
So everyone can see that we're on Board Game Geek, and we're going to start right at the top. Let's see if I can zoom in.
Yeah.
Zoom. Here we go.
Yeah.
Number one
Yeah.
on Board Game Geek at the moment. Let's just say a little bit about the ranking system. It's a good ranking system, but unfortunately it gets abused. I don't really have a problem, but it is kind of like, holy crap, Pandemic Legacy Season 1 is #1 after being released for, what, 3-4 months. Incredible.
It's remarkable. When you said did it give me that holy crap moment, it wasn't so much that I didn't think it didn't deserve it. I don't know. I haven't played it. I personally don't care for Pandemic. So if I were going to say, holy crap, I'm going to say Pandemic in the first place, because Pandemic, the original, if I remember right, it's ranked at 64, and I didn't like it. I'd play it, but I really don't care for co-ops, and that particular co-op just wasn't my cup of tea. Doesn't make me think it's bad. I think it's probably a really well-designed game. People love it. But for me, I just like, why is that so high? But then when Pandemic Legacy, well, Sean Ramirez again from Dukes of Dice, he was talking about it. He said he didn't like Pandemic either, but he loves this one. And so I'd actually like to try it because maybe I'd get into it more.
Yeah. Excuse me. For me, it's like, wow, yeah, okay, I can see how it's got to #1. There's been a lot of hype about the game. There's been lots of good positive reviews about the game, even though it is a disposable game that you're going to be throwing in the bin after you've played it. You've completed all the stories and thrown out all the stuff and completed the challenge, so to speak. And again, it's a
brilliant designer.
Yeah, and again, for me, it's probably just a lot of Pandemic owners who love Pandemic, who've gone out, bought it, played it, fell in love with it, gave it 10 out of 10, and so therefore, whoop, it's jumped straight to the top. People like us that haven't played it, who are not into the hype of the game, who are not really that fussed about the game, and again, have not voted for a game that they've never played or even tested or thought about, you know, our score is not going to affect this game, because we haven't scored it. So that's why it's up there. And I mean, it is kind of amazing. It's great as well that Twilight Struggle's been knocked off. But at the same time, I haven't played Twilight Struggle. Have you?
Yeah, I love Twilight Struggle. I don't know if it deserved #1, honestly. It surprised me that was there so long. I do love it, you know. Well, there you go again. Nancy just says no.
I wish I could do a Gorbachev. That'd be great.
Well, we could get you a birthmark up on your head.
But again,
I'm dealing with that Ayatollah Khamenei over there, like to take a Scud missile, and you know what? Anyway, Twilight Struggle. I mean, that's the allure of that game. If you remember that period of history. I mean, there's some wonderful things about that game, but you got a lot of the younger people who are new into board gaming, and they might not get the references, and yet it's still one of the top ones. So where are the new gamers' voice in this rating system?
Yeah, exactly. Shall we scroll on down, and you shout stop when you come to a number that you want to talk about?
Yep, stop.
Oh, okay. What number do you want to talk about? Number 2?
Stop.
3.
Number 3 and number 4.
Number 3 and number 4. Number 3 is Terra Mystica, and number 4 is Caverna, the cave farmers.
Cave farmers. That was deliberate.
Go on then.
I love gnome dwarves.
Okay. There's no place like Gnome.
No place like Gnome.
No place like Gnome.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. And my pretty puppies. Okay.
I come here to chew gum and kick butt. And I'm out of butt.
This is a good holy crap. Holy crap, Batman.
Yep.
This is awesome. Terra Mystica, fantastic. Played it at BGG Con. This is an awesome game. I know this is Rob Rouse's from Blue Pig, Pink Pig's favorite game. I love it. I just love it. I just got the expansion. Haven't played it. It's on my shelf of shame, but I'm excited to get it out there. Caverna, the Cave Farmers, played it many times. It's awesome. I was kind of so-so on Agricola, and so when the Caverna talk came out, I was like, but this is fantastic. In my opinion, it's Uwe's Rosenberg's best game, and for it to be number 4, totally agree. I think it's fantastic.
Okay. Now I haven't played either, so I cannot comment. And if we scroll down a bit more, you shall see that I do actually have Agricola at number 7 there, and I've played it 24 times. I've given it a 9 out of 10 rating. So yeah, I can agree that's there. Again, Star Wars Imperial Assault. Yeah, I can understand why it's there. There's a big cult fan base, isn't it? There's nothing there to make me go, holy crap.
Yeah.
Android Netrunner again. Pretty good game. I don't have a problem there. And then you hear, there's lots of games that you hear lots about, like Brass and Le Havre, which are here. Code Names.
Yeah. War of the Rings, 2nd edition, 14th. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, now number 19. Let's stop there.
Ooh. Okay, 19. Code Names.
Code Names. I mean, this is a recent game. The gaming community has embraced a word game. Like people who are generally would be consider themselves gamers and prefer Euro-ish games. Some of these people are loving this game, and you're seeing it reflective. I mean, when I saw it at 19, this one really was a holy crap. I know it was popular. I love it. But for it to be 19th on this rating system with heavy Euro game influence, that surprised the heck out of me. Yeah, it is kind of surprising that something so simple but ingenious at the same time could be that high, you know. It's a shame it's not chess or drafts or... Well, and I don't know if it has something to do with, you know, you've got a great company in Czech Games. You know, CGE has done fantastic games. Vadel Shavatel, great pedigree, great designer. I don't know, maybe just all the buzz and all the conventions. They have done a great job of getting this out. I got to play it with Josh at BGG Con, a prototype, and I mean, this guy is really enthusiastic about how he teaches stuff too. And I mean, it's been all over the place. Yeah. It sounds really interesting. It sounds like my cup of tea as well. So I'm not too, you know, I'm quite happy that it's there. I don't think it's going to stay there. I think it may drop down over the time because it won't be classed as a board game. It'll be classed as a party game more than a board game. And as board games go on, there'll be more replacing it, I feel. I mean, it's shocking that it's above, if I show you, it's above Seven Wonders Duel and Seven Wonders. Yeah, wow. Which gives me hope because I'm not a big fan of Seven Wonders. Really? I like Seven Wonders.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't feel it.
Then
You know,
got-
Michael Jackson asked, "Can you feel it?" And I said, "Da-da-da-da." And he said, "Can you feel it?" And I said, "Da-da-da-da." He said, "Can you feel it?" No, didn't feel it. Sorry, Dominion had more theme than Seven Wonders, and Dominion's just underneath there. Okay, tell me to say stop when you want to say stop.
All right.
Oh, look at that.
Scrolling down.
I gave
there we go.
Star Wars X-Wing a 6.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. Okay, stop.
Go.
Number 31. I'm doing my Eric Summerer voice. Number 31.
Blood Rage.
Blood Rage. I think I got it up there. Can you see it up there? Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah. Blood Rage. Of course, we did a board game theater episode with Lance Meister, the Undead Viking. We got this game, and we only do episodes on Board Game Theater that I truly love. If I don't like them, I'm not doing them. I want, we can only do so many anyway. Blood Rage was like, this is perfect. I love this game. The theme is in this game. Eric Lang is a fantastic designer. In the strategy category, it's ranked 5.
Wow.
And when I saw it ranked at 5, thinking that was the main board game list, I was all in thinking 5 is where it should be. So then I saw it at 31. I thought, well, that's still incredibly highly rated. I mean, how many games are on this list? 11,000 or something?
80, yeah, probably 11,000, which are numbered, and the rest are all unnumbered. So there's about 88,000 games on here.
Oh, wow. Well, for that to be 31st in such a short period of time and being a little bit more thematic type of game, but having Euro mechanisms, I totally agree. I think it should be higher. It's great.
All right. Okay. And then we have number 33 below it, Twilight Imperium. And as you've written on the show notes, you've written Twilight Imperium 10.
Yep. Because it was 10 on the strategic, and it's 33 on the main list.
Okay, I thought it was like a new version. They jumped 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's my ranking. Number 10, the Burky scale.
Yeah, Twilight Imperium, pretty good game. Very deep, very thematic. Space Babylon 5 retheming should be game. I can understand why it's there. It's got a cult following. Again, it's not a game for everybody, so it's only like the big hardcore gamers that have voted for this game. Hence, it's there, but still worth it.
Crazy long, you need to have 6-8 hours to do it. But my son Josiah, we were driving to Minneapolis to play this at the Fantasy Flight Game Center, and he read me the backstory of this whole universe from both expansions and the game. And the way he read it, and I was so excited to play this game. And then when we did play it, it did not disappoint. It's beautiful component. It's fantastic game. I can see why it's not number 1 because it's not that accessible, but it's fantastic.
Okay, we shall carry on scrolling.
Stop real quick. Battlestar Galactica. That really surprised me that it was that high. I love the game. It's one of my favorite co-ops. It might be my favorite co-op because of the trader element, and I generally don't like co-ops. So being it was 34, I didn't realize it was that highly regarded.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that for me, I can get the same experience with Resistance. And it kind of gives me that Battlestar Galactica feel, and it's quicker and it's a little bit more humorous as well. When you can't see my face, can you?
No, but the screen is humorous.
Yes.
Okay.
I love Dominion. Keep on scrolling. Right.
Good
Holy
stuff.
crap. 45. Crokinole. Okay, we spoke about code names being just a word game in a list which is primarily thematic. I mean, there's Game of Thrones, Russian Railroads, Battlestar Galactica, all these big themey games, and then you have Crokinole, which is a dexterity game where you're flicking discs on a wooden table thing.
Yeah, why isn't pool in there?
Yeah.
Or bowling?
Yeah, tumbling dice is probably somewhere. But yeah, I'm just kind of shocked that Crokinole is that popular. Let me have a look. 6,592 votes. That's a lot of people that have played it and kind of like it. So,
well, I have played it. One of the guys in our game group has a really beautiful Crokinole table, and he hangs it as a wall ornament, and then he brings it off the wall and we play it. And I mean, I actually really like it. I'm kind of so-so on dexterity stuff, but it's awesome. We always have big fun playing it, but it almost, I don't know how dexterity games, you know, get into this ranking system, because it doesn't seem like it's a board game. And if I remember right, the title, this is a board game rank. So is this actually a board game, or I don't know?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree if it was flick 'em up, because it's got a theme, and there's obviously some skill, the dexterity skill, and there's some card play as well, or some scenarios, which make it more of a game than just an abstract doing the same thing, trying to be the best at. It's like watching archery.
Well, and we're going to get, being you mentioned flicking up, we're going to get there. Just that's coming up not too long. I think it's flick 'em up was around 67 or something.
Okay.
Maybe 99. And yeah, I was surprised by that one. But that felt more like a board game than Crokinole. But nonetheless, it's a good thing. I don't know if it belongs there. I don't know.
Okay. We'll keep on scrolling. Pandemic.
Oh, pause.
Keep scrolling. Pause.
Number 50. Number 50.
Voyages of Marco Polo.
Hello.
Polo.
That surprised me. I love it. But I heard a lot of people really griping about it. You know.
Oh, right.
So there was a lot of positive buzz, and then there was other people who didn't care for, you know, the way it with the powers and some of the strategies and different things, which I thought it was fantastic. But I was really surprised to see it at 50.
Yeah. Again, it's another 2015 game, and I mean, there's a lot of 2015 games, even in the top 50.
Good point.
Which is incredible. What's going on? What's going on in the gaming industry? What's going on with people voting?
Yeah.
Shall we keep scrolling?
Scrolling.
Okay. Screen share.
Keep that mouse rolling. Board Game Geek.
There's Trois. Again, Trois. It's yeah, 52 Trois. I've played it 3 times, and as you can see, I've got 6.5 rating at the moment, because it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm not playing it right. Maybe I'm not playing it in English. Maybe I should be playing it in French.
Oh.
There's a game we all love, number 58. Stone Age, L'Âge de Pierre.
Stone Age.
Fantastic game. I can understand why that's there.
I like it.
As well as Star Realms. I can understand why that's there as well, because...
Like it. Love it. That's Board Game Theater. Go watch it.
Yeah.
I just got all kinds of shameless plugs. Stop.
Yeah, I see it.
Number 67.
67. Kemet.
Yeah, you were thinking 69, weren't you?
Holy
crap. You was thinking 69. I was thinking 67.
Holy crap.
Holy crap.
Oh no.
Kemet. I think that's Rodney Smith's favorite game from Watch It Play. I know he highly regards it. The Secret Cabal guys love it. I love Kemet. Got to play it at BGG Con with the Dice Tower crew, Sam Healy, Tom Vassell, and my good friend Barry Seidel, and a couple other guys. And it's great. Love that game. And then if you go right down to 69, what we talked about in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly was Orleans from Tasty Minstrel. Hey, Tasty Minstrel was sending out tweets. This is maybe a good thought about, hey, if you like this game, go to Board Game Geek and rate it. So Tasty Minstrel, I think, does a really good job with communication with their customers and clientele. They also are strong in their, Michael is strong in their social media presence. And so how does that affect? You get someone who is really good with the community. How does that actually affect the rating versus whether it really is the best game or it's just because someone has really great marketing power?
Yeah, I think it's like what you said. There was that guy that was pestering you about that really, really naff game that you played. Yeah, and it got lots of buzz on Board Game Geek because of people were talking about it, but not in a nice way, maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about it in a nice way, but it had the hotness for a while, and but gosh.
Yeah. Having good publicity and someone promoting your stuff is a good way to get a good rating, which would then help shift more copies of your game.
And I didn't go in and look, and so this is top of mind thought, but I noticed that Z-Man Games has a ton of games in the top 300 here. There's a lot of them. I like Z-Man Games. Zev, I think, is just super nice guy and I think he's done a great job for the hobby. They've had so many fantastic offerings, but they have a lot of marketing power in the community as well. I don't mean to say that they don't deserve it, because I think they probably do. These ones I see, I think they do deserve it, but I don't know.
Okay. Scrolling, Ticket to Ride. Oh, of course. Yeah. Why shouldn't it be there? Time Stories. Played it once.
Oh, Fields of Arla.
Yeah.
Another Uwe 2-player game, number 74. Fantastic. Oh, I see yours.
Yeah, Splendor. Of course it should be there. Should have won the Spootish Larish.
Everything Splendor, as Alec Goldsmith would say.
Yeah. We have Go at 79, which is surprising. It's a game that I've never played.
Me neither. Yeah,
But
I guess it's international, though.
Yeah.
Love Imperial Settlers at 80.
Yep. And Viticulture. As you can see, I've got an 8.8 there, but that's for just the base game. Obviously, with the expansion.
Holy crap!
Only
an 8.8? Oh.
Yeah. That's just the base game. But with the expansion, it knocks it up to 9.6 or something like that. So.
Oh, only 9.6?
Okay, I'm going to do Holy Crap! 91. Shogun! I should have gone back up here as well. I should have gone Holy Crap at 77. I own Cosmic Encounter, but I still haven't played it. That's 2 years. It's been on my shelf.
Rencontre with,
Rencontre Cosmique.
Rencontre with Week.
Yes, very good.
Yes, I know that. Yes,
and Shogun I got as well for a year, and I still haven't played it. They're just too big of games that I can't get to the table.
Oh, Shogun is so fantastic. It's fantastic.
I was hoping to play with my dad, but I think that's out the window now. And as we come down to the bottom here, we got Dungeon Pets, Galaxy Truckers, more Ticket to Ride. Yes, I can understand why that's all here. And Here I Stand. What the hell is Here I Stand?
Yeah, Here I Stand. I don't know.
I've never heard of that game.
Yeah, does your dog bite?
That is not my dog.
Hey, that's a good point that you just made. We're looking through top 100. I don't know how long we're going to keep going on with this thing. Hopefully this is interesting.
We'll wrap up pretty soon.
Probably. But, this is the deal. There's so many games. When I went and looked at the top 300, I actually counted how many of those games I owned. And I actually own, this is surprising, 89 of the top 300 games.
Wow.
Now, when I was on the strategy list, I was getting a little funked out because there was so many that I just hadn't seen. I'd only owned 38 of those games of the 300 in the strategy category. So I was like, oh crap, I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was a holy crap moment when I found out that I was looking at the wrong list. Holy crap. And so 89 of the top 300, and of those 89, I actually have 7 of them, or 4 of them, that are on my shelf of shame.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun. But I do have a comment about how many games of those do you think you own of the top 300?
I've just counted the top 100. I've got 23 of them, and I'm trying to look for turn the page, and it won't let me turn the page for some reason.
Up on the top right, you got to click 2.
Yeah, I
had a
know.
hard time with it.
It's
Won't do it.
disappeared. It's disappeared.
Well, I can look on my iPad for you,
Okay.
but you don't have an iPad,
No, I
and
don't
I
have
can't
an
show
iPad.
it to anybody. You need an
Yeah.
iPad.
Yeah, for some reason the numbers have gone missing. I can't change the page.
It happened to me too.
Oh, poo. Oh,
Okay. Well,
But-
I have a comment on one game that is actually at 200. I'll just tell you real quick. 101 is Memoir 44. 102 Istanbul, then Resistance, Alien Frontiers, Legendary Marvel the Deck Building, Battle War 2nd Edition, Bora Bora, Sid Meier's Civilization, Glory to Rome, Ra, Navigator, Yinch, Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. You have to stop me. Cyclades, Die Mocker. Just stop it. All right.
okay, sorry. I'm still trying to change the page and it's not working. Oh, well.
Crap. Holy
Oh,
crap.
crap. Modern
Mice and
technology.
Mystics, 123. Risk Legacy, Dixit. Okay, here we go. It's got to stop. 130.
Ah.
Sheriff of Nottingham. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yes,
Good
definitely
shit.
not a holy crap moment, but a lucky crap. Not lucky crap. That's, but
Lucky crap. I
That's
just
a-
dropped lucky crap.
yeah, that's very lucky crap. That's a good game.
Sheriff of Nottingham, another Board Game Theater episode. Go watch it. It was our inaugural one. Arcane Wonders. Absolutely believe it deserves this place. I love that game. Fantastic. All right, going on. Magic the Gathering at 131.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought.
You've written down here as well, nothing personal at 119. Now,
Yeah,
how much of that is the power of someone I'm not going to mention because it make my ears bleed?
Well, that's a bunch of crap. Because yes, Tom Basso, nothing personal.
No!
Yes, Steve Avery. Steve Avery. Okay, nothing personal. The 119 is the strategic rank. Okay, Barry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap.
Okay.
Because I think nothing personal should be 119 on the list, on the board game list.
Okay.
It's a bunch of crap. And I'll get this. I'm going to tell you some more crap.
Go on then.
Baseball highlights 2045. 76 on the strategy ranking. I agree. On the board game ranking, what is it? I don't know. It ain't in the top 300. That's a bunch of crap.
Oh.
And yeah, now get this. I don't
Go
know
on.
where it's at. It's at like 164 or something like that. Crap.
This is the most crap episode you're going to crap in here, I tell you.
Well, there's some really good ones in here, you know, and we're just going way over them. But, you know, on the strategy rank, Fury of Dracula was 68, and it was like 190 or something in this list. And I thought, I hate that game. I know people like it, but I hate that game.
Yeah.
Oh, now this isn't in this list, so we're going to go to the strategy thing. But this I think shows the power of an IP and how that influences this list. Star Wars Risk. In the strategy rank, it was all the way up to 149. I don't know where it's at on the regular list. It wasn't in the top 300, which good. But the game's fine. I enjoyed it. But it's 149?
Yeah.
How in the world is that game anywhere near that highly rated? I mean,
Yeah,
it's because
think
it's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's the IP.
Yeah, that's crazy. Little honorable mention, Francis Drake, 265. You see it up there? One of our all-time favorite games. And I got to say this is one of my favorite designers, and that's Peter Hawes. Peter Hawes, I think the guy's brilliant. I love Francis Drake, love the way he does things. He does diverse things. He's got this game called Triassic Terror. You never hear about it. It's fantastic. One of the best area control games out there. And it's got dinosaurs and cool dinosaurs. And he's got Royals that he designed as well. That'll be a Dice Tower Essential game. I mean, I love what Peter Hawes does. So Francis Drake being up there really made me happy. One last one for me is Star Trek Fleet Captains, 42nd on the strategy rank and 254 on the board game rank. And in my mind, that's one of the best 4X type of games that are out there. Fantastic theme, great components, and amazing components. Super fun gameplay. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. What I'm thinking, but
yeah, cool. I managed to count. I managed to count my games in the top 300, and I've got 51 of them.
51.
So, yeah,
that's good.
Which is not too bad. Again, this is just us just babbling here. We're not really critiquing anything. We're just like,
no.
Yeah, these are things that have just surprised us, or we just want to do something funny with it and just say holy crap for the sake of saying holy crap. But yeah, the board game ranking is pretty good. It's pretty accurate as well. And as you said, there are the anomalies like games which have been got these great IPs. I've just seen Firefly, and it's an okay game, but I don't think it should be as high as. I think there's these other games which are higher than this because they're more thematic and they actually have better mechanics. And
I think gaming taste. We all have different gaming tastes, and so we're kind of spewing a little bit of our opinion and our gaming taste. And like you say, I feel a little inadequate to talk about this because I've not played so many of these games either. So there might be games on there that I think absolutely belong there. There might be other ones that I personally feel like, nah, why is that there? And you might feel the same way. So we'd love to hear from you. Go to our Facebook page, Burky and Badger, and tell us what you think. What games belong in the top 300? Which ones don't? Go to our Board Game Guild at the 2248 on Board Game Geek. Tell us how you feel. Tell us we're full of crap. Because we already know, okay?
Holy crap, what are you doing this show?
There it is.
Yeah. Magic the Gathering, 131. Holy crap.
Where are we on the Board Game Geek rating system? Podcast? Are we in there at all?
We're in there.
We're on there, but we're not rated.
No.
I wonder if there's ever a chance, a snowball chance in HE double toothpick hockey sticks, I wonder if there's ever a chance that our podcast could even catch up to the Dukes of Dice.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be cool if we could challenge them and actually have a chance in HE double hockey sticks? If we could they got 200 people on their guild, Barry.
Okay. I'm sure we get there when people find out how crazy we are. And
we can do it.
Yeah,
you can do it. You can do it.
And I think that's a good note to end the show on. So I'd like to thank our special guest, Mr. Weirdy Beardy.
Well, here you go again.
Dear. Okay,
just
so then
one for the Gipper.
Who's the Gipper?
Well, I don't really know. Nancy just says no.
Yes, that's the drugs. But
hey, Barry, this has been a blast. Thanks for all the input and your expertise on all this and the games that you're playing. I just think you do a fabulous job. And those of you that have joined us live or are watching this on video, Barry does the work to make our pro audio version that you're going to be able to find on iTunes. Please help us out. Give us some love on iTunes so that we can get recognized there. If you see us on Board Game Links, you can go there and share. And remember, we have the contest giveaway for Tiny Epic Western or any of the other games with playmats from Gameland Games. You can go to boardgametheater.com and you can join the contest there. You can also pick up past episodes of the Burky and Badger Show, or you can go to our Facebook pages, Burky and Badger or Board Game Theater, and you can jump in on the contest. There's only 8 days left. So jump on in, win some stuff. It's international, so everybody can win, and big fun.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone. We will say good night. Oh, why am I clicking the wrong button? You should never give a monkey a keyboard.
I love this song.
Okay, time for the song.
Is the song coming?
Yeah, the song is coming. It's coming.
I love it. I love it.
It's coming. And the speakers are switched off.
We're so glad we had this time together. And now it's time to go. It won't be long until we have another show.
Another show's coming.
So keep us in mind. Get online. Burky and Badger will be back in no time.
In no time.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Episode 17's dropping, baby.
2 weeks.